Afternoon, Ronald.
Afternoon.
First of all, can we get your reaction to the League Cup draw last night, and obviously being paired with Chelsea in the next round?
Easy one.
Early opportunity to put things right after the last visit.
If you like to win a title, then you have to beat all the teams. But of course, it's away, it's Chelsea, but okay. It's not important for now.
Well, last season, League Cup third round marked the end of your 6-game unbeaten run, the start of your time here at Everton. Last night, it marked the end of a 6-game winless run. Is that a turning point in the season, perhaps a positive one?
Let's hope. That will be positive, what we need. Okay, the first step was yesterday. And this Saturday is really important. Every game is important, but because you like to win, you play to win every game. But with the last results, of course, we need a win at home.
Realistically, when you look at the games that you've had there, I think when you look at the corresponding fixtures last season, you're only a couple of points shy of what you got against those teams.
Yeah, if you compare the results last season against the teams when we played till now, then it's not a big difference. But yes, now at home, and we had really a strong run in the home games, really a lot of goals, good results, and that's now up to now. And but okay, this season is totally different. The pre-season was different. We played already qualification for the Europa League in the beginning, in the last 10 days of the pre-season, and the fixtures difficult. But okay, now we need to show that we're still strong, and I'm confident what I saw yesterday, because that's always the best medicine to get really that confidence what you need to play out for good performances. And good performances normally bring winning games.
So when it comes it comes to this game, and the fact that it's still early in the season, do you still view it then as a must-win game, albeit it is still early?
But okay, that's for everybody. If you playing for the title, if you playing for European football, it's the first one is always the most important, and that's for this Saturday. But of course, after the last few results in the Premier League, and of course then you need a good feeling, and a good feeling is by winning games.
I know a lot of people picked up on your comments after the Manchester United game, where you spoke about the aims being the same as last season. In some ways, it's a season of consolidation then, because you lost Lukaku, you've had so many new players come in.
Yeah, but maybe it was different for the people and for everybody, because we reached the Europa League stage. We had a good game at home and 3 points against Stoke. We had 1 point away against City that everybody maybe expected much more than we showed till now. And I don't care. I know they have the most easiest job in the world to analyze, to make columns, but I know what we are. I know, and I like the way to be successful, and it's crazy, or it's ridiculous to put a lot of pressure to the team by saying we need to finish by the top 4 teams. But that's in my opinion ridiculous. And everybody get time, everybody sign new players, even new players. We sign also young players, and we played yesterday with 6-7 boys of 21, 20, 19, 22, and that's a future, and that needs time, and that's normal. And let's make the next step, and that don't means that we don't have ambition, because if there is one person in football has a lot of ambition, then it's on this table. But I'm realistic, and in football, being realistic is sometimes difficult.
As well as the team making steps, and certain individuals as well, with Dominic CalvertLewin's performance last night, what's the next step that he has to take in his development, do you feel?
No, in most aspects of football, I think he he needs to improve in holding the ball and in his movements. But if you're looking to other strikers of his age, then he's really a big talent, and he's strong, he's fast, and he showed yesterday he can score goals, and but he can be more clinical, and that's normal, because nobody at that age is totally in every aspect good. It's a young player who needs to improve.
You also have to develop, it might be the wrong choice of word, but a nastier side. Sometimes you see strikers up there have a bit of a nasty side to them, ruthless.
Yeah, but okay, that can be positive, can be negative. I think the boy is really disciplined, he's hardworking, he likes to improve, he's listening, and if you ask something, he's with all his commitment, he tried to show that, and he can play up different positions. He was playing the 9, but he can also play the 11, he can play the 7, he can play with 2 strikers. There's a lot of possibilities with Dominic in the team.
When you say big talent, then just how good do you feel he can be? What kind of level?
Yeah, that's all about the future. I think he's making big steps at the moment, and from last season on, and nobody knows where it will end.
At the same time, still young, Sandro Ramirez, but is he still adjusting to what English football's all about?
Yeah, of course. I spoke to Sandro, and he needs time, but I think you have so many examples from players from abroad coming to the Premier League that they need time, and even in the big clubs they get time, but they have so many players and don't put so much pressure, and he's also 21, and it's more physical, the game in the Premier League, it's more intensive, the Premier League, and you need time to adapt to the Premier League.
Just wonder about a couple of options that you might have available in the not too distant future. Balassi and Koeman, is there a possibility they could be back next month, or is it a bit further on?
No, I think it will be November instead of October.
Whereabouts are they at the moment in their?
Well, both are working hard, going in the right direction, but it's long-term injuries. Yannick is close to be out for 1 year, and Seamus is out also now a long time, but they're doing well. They're really going well on the schedule to come back, but it's not up to me to mention it will be October, it will be November. Normally we expect them back in full training in November.
I'll just ask you about Gareth Barry as well. Obviously you spent a bit of time with him here. His 633rd Premier League appearance he's set to make this weekend.
Yeah, it's great, and we knew he will win that record, that first place in playing most of the games, and this up to the weekend, and he deserves that, because in the time that I worked with Gareth it was really enjoyable, great professional, clever football player, and example for young players.
Can I just ask you, you mentioned about the tough fixtures, which I think everybody spoke about when the fixture list came out, didn't they? Those 4 big matches that you've had.
And after Europa League.
As well as the Europa League, yes. But is there some sort of, or was there maybe a mental block with those? Is there a sense of relief now that there are through, or not?
No, everybody knew, when we knew the fixtures, the start of the season will be really difficult. And for that I'm still confident in the team, because we were not good enough, maybe in City, yes against Man United, but against Tottenham and Chelsea they were really the better team. But now it's all about now, and we will see.
And in terms of you saying about needing time, how much does it help then that Everton traditionally is a club that gives managers time to do what they...
Yes, I don't know. I don't know. What I feel is really a good connection with the board, and we speak about football. I speak with Steve Walsh about football and about the team, and I think everybody knows the direction and the difficulty what it was in the beginning of the season. But okay, it's football and you need to win. But that means for me, but for everyone who is manager in football.
Ronald, you were obviously pleased with Omar's contribution yesterday against Sunderland. Does he come into your thinking for the weekend?
Yes, he was and is. That is not changing about yesterday, because he's part of the team. He had the opportunity to be on the bench yesterday. Yes, he was on the bench. He came on in the second half. He scored a great goal, and of course he is in my mind for the weekend. But I have 29 players, and that means that we have some injuries, but still some players are not selected for the weekend, and it's every weekend these are tough decisions.
What have you made of his attitude in training?
Positive. If his attitude wasn't okay, then he wasn't on the bench yesterday.
Sorry, Bob. Is there any sort of new team news? I wondered if James McCarthy might have a chance to feature.
No, he's struggling with his fitness, and expect him, James, back in training next week.
I was also wondering, Jose Mourinho said last night, despite the fact that his team won, that English football might be better off without the League Cup, that English teams might have a better chance in Europe. What would you make of that?
I think both cup competitions are really a tradition in English football. I think you can take out the replays in the FA Cup. I think that's a better decision, in my opinion. Play the game and then finish the game, and even by penalties. A replay is ridiculous. But that's also, but it's traditional two cup competitions, and everybody is fighting and everybody likes to win, and they won it last season. I think that's nice to win, even if it's League Cup or Carabao Cup, the name of this season.
And just finally, I wondered if you were concerned about what we're seeing in terms of the FA, the scandal that's involving Mark Sampson, their handling of that whole situation.
Yeah, but that's your problem in English football, and it's not my problem.